Today, I'm taking you through how I made this really random short film. It really just started out as a simple idea for a reel or YouTube short. It was supposed to be no lights, no script, no shot list really, just this one clip thing I had an idea for. And of course it quickly got out of hand and became like a whole short film of sorts. But it was kind of nice to get back to the basics of just going out with a friend and shooting something. Just having an idea that doesn't really have much of a story, but eventually turned into something bigger than that. And I've been on a lot of bigger projects lately, a lot of set work, things like that. And it's been just a little bit draining for me, I think, creatively, physically, all of the above. If you guys have been on these sets, you understand what I'm talking about. So that was the intent with this. Also, my good friend Hugh Lindsay, aka my favorite person to work with, aka Hugh Lindsay the artist, aka you should go check out his Spotify, was in town, and when we get together, we make some really good stuff, and we just have a lot of freaking fun doing it. So this is what we did. So initially the idea was just to have a guy sitting at a table with a cake and a candle in it. He looks kind of depressed and sad, and he lights a cigarette in the candle. That was it. Nothing hard, nothing stressful, simple. Come on. It's never that simple. I'll always make it harder than it has to be. So first things first, we needed a cake, and I had a very specific idea of what kind of cake I wanted. It was gonna be a round cake with pink icing and either white or light blue accents on it. And I don't know why I had this in my head, but it was the cake I wanted and the aesthetic I wanted. And I really didn't think we were gonna find this cake because it was so specific and I hadn't actually seen it anywhere. And guess what? Dude,
that's crazy.
We were just looking for this exact one.
Literally, you said you wanted a pink cake with freaking blue icing around the top. And then I talked about round sprinkles, dude.
I swear. So after that, we needed some good props, and it's a good thing that Hugh is an antique shopping god, because we raided Hugh's storage place, aka his sister's garage, and we found this ugly chest and a lamp and a table and some other stuff. Then we headed out to location and checked the sun position and which fields we wanted to film the scene in. And because the chest was a really ugly orange and blue color, we wanted to paint it black, so we grabbed some paint, beer, and got to work. Took a couple of coats of paint to cover that ugly orange, so while it dried, we actually just got to chill and hang out in the sun. And then at that point, the sun was getting pretty low, so we headed out to the location and got set up and started shooting. Shot pretty much until the sun was down and it was super dark out, and we celebrated that sixth shot with another beer. So this is where we can't leave a simple shot just simple. Hugh and I got coffee. He had an idea, and then I had an idea, and then he had an idea, and then I had an idea. And we basically added a shoot day and a half, adding a fairly loose story to it and intending to give the short or video some substance. So we did an early morning shooting several locations of Hugh dragging the chest over his shoulder, intending to match cut them together, and that ended up looking like this. Then we did another sunset shoot, which was supposed to be the intro of the video, where Hugh finds the chest with a map and digs it up, but we had to pivot on location because it was not working with the location we were at. So we went down to the river that was right next to us and decided that he would find it floating down the river. At that point, the sun was getting really low, so we really raced against the sunlight and basically made up the shots as we went, trying to make it make sense. After all that chaos, we wrapped filming for the whole video, and we cracked the beer in celebration on top of my 4Runner, watching my favorite part of the day, Blue Hour.